सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Page 9, chapter 1, verse 18. स्मायावलोकलवदर्शितभावहारीं भ्रूमण्डलप्रहितसौरतमन्त्रसौण्डैः पत्न्यस्तु षोडशसहस्रमनङ्गबाणैः यस्येन्द्रियं विमथितुं करणैर्न बिभ्यः बिभ्यस्तवामृतकथोदवः स्त्रिलोक्याः पादावनेजसरितश्यामलानि हन्तुम् आनुश्रवं श्रुतिभिरङ्घ्रिजमङ्गसङ्गैः तीर्थद्वयं शुचिषदस्त उपस्पृशन्ति तीर्थद्वयं स्त उपस्पृशन्ति. Brahmaji, along with all the devatas, have come to invite Lord Krishna to Vaikuntha to remind the Lord the purpose of your avatara is over, before reminding that Brahmaji and other devatas, all of them praise the Lord. While praising the Lord, they do lot of description how great Bhagavan is through his glories. As the creator of the Lord world, by blessing the universe, taking the Maya Manusha Vesha, by becoming Ishvara, and as Ishvara, he blessed the Hiranyagarbha, and as Hiranyagarbha, he blessed the Virat, as Virat, he blessed the entire universe. All the descriptions are going on. From 7th verse onwards up to 19th verse, which I introduced in the last class, the last glory, the description, we were seeing how Lord is not attached to this creation, in spite of having the body born like a human form only, having lot of relations also. Once a person married, even though the one relation primarily, but automatically they sambandhis, in-laws and their relations, their whole relation expands when Lord has got 16,000 wives. How big family he must have. In spite of that, he is not disturbed because of his glory. That is called detachment. How to come out of this attachment? Like a lotus leaf. Easy to say, be like a lotus leaf. Nalni dala gata jala mati taralam. Like that, lotus leaf water is so flimsy. We also must be like that in this samsara world. There is a saying in Tamil, they say, to wash the clothes, there is a soap. To wash that, your attachment, what soap is there now? How to wash this impurity in the mind? Attachment itself is an impurity. We think attachment is good, but attachment, too much attachment is always not good. We are all under the spell of Maya. With whatever we move for some time, we get attachment without our knowledge. Any object, any person, any relation, immediately we develop a love, affection towards that and get a deep attachment to that, and slowly we become addicted to that relation, and anything happens to that relation, even that imagination of separation, I cannot withstand. That imagination of that relation separation, I cannot imagine. I cannot bear. What to talk of real dissociation? The dissociation, imagination itself I cannot withstand. If real dissociation comes, the person almost out, flat and artha. Last class I was telling, you can have some attachment with your children because they have to grow, they have to nourish under your shade, the parents' shade. So youngsters have to grow and nourish under the elders' love and care. If we don't have love and care for them, some amount of attachment towards them, they cannot grow. Physically nor emotionally, intellectually, they cannot grow. So we have to provide some support for them. In the process, we have to show our attachment to them. That is called mamakara. It is naturally inbuilt in every being. Animals, birds, they are all nourishing their kith and kin. Their babies, they are nourishing. Similarly, we also must have some mamakara. Nothing wrong to have a mamakara. Some amount of attachment is required for our growth. We don't say don't have attachment at all. So slight difference here. Mamakara, that which belongs to me, I develop mamakara, quite natural, nothing wrong. But that mamakara goes skin deep. This is mamakara pratyaya is fine. Mamakara pratyaya, the thought of mama bhavana. Mamakara means what? Mama iti karoti iti mamakaraha. This is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Always that thought and uttering the words also. My son, introducing my son, my daughter, my house, my car. That my is called mama. Always use that mine, that is called mama kara. Using the word always mama. That's why in Yajna Yagas and all, after offering, idam namama, this is not mine, this is not mine, they say. So mamakara is quite natural, that is called attachment. Then what is deep attachment? That mama goes up to aham. I have lost my money. That means I am attached to my money. I have lost my money. Dhanam nashtaha. Dhanam nashtaha. That is called attachment towards money. Once there is a loss, I have lost my money. Mamakara towards money. Doesn't matter. No problem. You earn later and you see another way to earn money. No problem. Where is the problem? Dhanam nashte aham nashtaha. Once money is lost, I have lost myself. That feeling, I have lost my money, instead of saying my money, I have lost everything. I have lost myself. That means the dhana abhimana has gone deep into my inner personality. Then the loss of money is a loss of myself. That is why when share market is down, suddenly it has increased yesterday, that is a different thing. But suddenly it comes down, how many people are getting suicide, Share market last, how many people, along with family members, avan pona paravalle, wife, children, along with all family members, because of that financial loss, they live their life in suicide. Is it not deep attachment? That means dhanam nashte aham nashtaha. Another example, very well. Love marriage. Love. I love her, I love him. That is attachment, okay. If any failure takes place in the love affair, as though life is over. They end their life. Either that boy side or girl side, they end their life. What it means? That love attachment has gone up to ahankara level. It has not stopped at mamakara level, but it has gone to ahankara level. That's why any loss is my loss. Therefore, I end my life. Today's news, today's news only. Depression. One person jumped from the 3rd floor or 4th floor in Bombay out of depression. Ordinary depression, the person died because of depression. Some problem. We never knew previously there is something called depression. 10 years back, 15 years back, we never knew that there is something called depression. And we heard about depression, but we never heard because of depression, there are suicidal tendencies in them. I heard some cases, today only I read in the paper also, and he is very popular person, and wife of, husband of so and so, very popular wife. She is very popular. And he became very popular. Once the popularity comes, any problem comes, more problem for them. So, what is this deep attachment? The current example I am telling you. What is the connection between depression and jumping from the 4th floor? So, the mamakara has gone into ahankara pratyaya level. Mama pratyaya to aham pratyaya. If it is at mama pratyaya, mine, at thought, pratyaya means thought. At that level, it is attachment. You must take care when it is at attachment level itself. Never allow your children also to develop attachment on you. You also should not develop too much attachment on them. It will never help the person to grow individually. Just as the birds, they learn to fly, mother bird never care. Mother bird never care. You know the duck, how he teaches swimming to that duck, baby duck. It takes the baby duck on its back, and this mother duck goes into the water and swimming. This baby duck is sitting on the mother's back and enjoying the entire nature. Ah, my God, nice, wonder, beautiful. Suddenly this mother duck goes inside the water. And the baby duck struggling to swim and cursing the mother. My mother had cheated me. She left me all alone and went inside, and she is swimming some other side and looking at this baby. What happened to my baby? And from far it is looking. Whether it is swimming, trying to swim, or struggling to swim, or just crying. Then mother is around only there. Then baby duck learns slowly swimming. Like that only every baby grows. Why I am telling all this? Devatas and Brahmaji praising the Lord Krishna. Oh Lord, you are the creator of this universe. You have such a big family, but you have no attachment. Where is the question of deep attachment? Attachment itself is not there. Mamakara itself is not there. We have small things, so much of mamakara. My son ni evvadu mamakara. My daughter, so much mamakara. Bhagavan is not having that ownership. Why we are having ownership? From religious standpoint, we never have anything to own up. Everything belongs to the Lord. Never claim I am owner of so and so. Swamini, without claiming how I am the owner of this house. Maybe house is yours, but remain in that house. That house is given by the Lord. You are the trustee of that house. Even your property. I am the trustee of my property. I am not the owner of my property. Even children, I am the take care of these children who belongs to Bhagavan only. I am not the owner of these children. I am the trustee, take care, guardian of these children. Don't tell to your children. You keep in your mind. From religious standpoint, everything belongs to Bhagavan. Nothing belongs to me. It is very, very difficult to live without any attachment. A sannyasi is one who takes sannyasa. He or she, they drop attachment with everything. Internal detachment is very, very important rather than external detachment. Internal detachment is very important for moksha or atma jnanam. So religious standpoint, you give up everything belongs to Bhagavan, I am only trustee. Including your body. Including your body. I am not, this is not mine. Body belongs to Bhagavan. I am only the take care of this body. I am the trustee of this body. Never develop mamakara. Try. From philosophical standpoint, I am not body at all. I am not the mind also. Everything is pure consciousness existence principle. Where is the question of mamakara, ahankara towards this body? So both the ways you can see. From religious angle also, nothing is deserved to claim as mine. Ownership I can drop. From philosophical angle also, if I see, I am not this body-mind complex at all. I am pure Brahman, Atma Swarupam. Everything is Nama, Rupa, Mithya. So, either religious angle or philosophical angle, you have to drop what? Attachment. Why? Bhagavan is also detached. That's why Bhagavan is so happy. If you want to be happy, detach. Dukkha samyoga viyoga. Dissociation from the association of sorrow. Dissociation from the association of sorrow. Every attachment is a sign of sorrow. every attachment, there is a potential sorrow in every attachment. Therefore, dissociation alone is the solution, the solvent for all disturbances. Vyasacharya gives, there are solvents. What? Samsara solvent or disturbance solvent. Two Vyasacharya giving. What are they? One is Ganga Snanam, Tirtham. In this 19th shloka, he says, one is Ganga Snanam, that which Ganga is flowing from heaven after touching the feet of the Lord. If I take dip in that Ganga water, it washes my impurities called Raga, Dvesha, which are because of attachment, adhyasa, superimposition, sheer ignorance. Ignorance is equal to attachment. Ignorance leads to superimposition, superimposition leads to attachment, attachment leads to sorrow. I'll repeat once again. Ignorance, self-ignorance leads to superimposition. Superimposition means what? Adhyasa, Brahma, Bhranti. That superimposition leads to Raga, Dvesha, Yukta attachment. Raga, Dvesha, likes and dislikes. Once likes and dislikes are there, naturally sorrow is hiding there, potentially. It comes out at any time. Whenever sorrow comes to you at any time because of anything, immediately you have to question, I have got sorrow now, dukkham. With what I am having raga, with what I am having aversion, raga, dvesha. Check. You will find something. Raga, liking towards something or someone. Disliking towards something or someone. Those two are the reasons for your sorrow. Then you question why this raga, dvesha has come. Because of my superimposition. I expected happiness, ananda from there, from that person or from that object. Or I dislike this person, that person is near to me, I don't like that person, therefore I have got sorrow. The liking object goes away, I get sorrow. Disliking object comes to me, sorrow. Clear that? Liking object going away from me in a sorrow, I get sorrow. Disliking object coming towards me, that also causes sorrow because of my superimposition. Then question, why I am superimposed that? Because of ignorance. Why Bhagavan is not having that? Bhagavan is not ignorant. Bhagavan is free from ignorance. Therefore Bhagavan is free from superimposition. Therefore Bhagavan is free from attachment or aversion. Therefore Bhagavan is free from sorrow. This is called analysis. Analysis. Threadbare analysis. Dukkha will not go by itself. You have to diagnose it. Then treat it properly. This is called treatment. Sorrow treatment. In the treatment, first diagnose, then start the treatment. What is the treatment? Take a dip in Ganga water. Body become cool, mind become cool, and your raga dvesha will go away. What is the second solvent? Katha. Hari Katha. Bhagavat Katha. Bhagavata Katha. That's what he said. Anushravam Shrutibhihi. First solvent in third line, 19th shloka, third line. Anushravam means Veda. Repeated by my Guru, the teaching, the Vedic mantras, Vedic teaching. Shrutibhihi Anushravam. Heard by me through my ears. The Katha, the glory of the Lord, the greatness of the Lord as creator, sustainer, destroyer, all these Kathas of Bhagavan, whole Bhagavata is Katha only, no? கதா காலக்ஷேபம். போய் அந்த காலக்ஷேபம் என்ன, டைம் பாஸ். காலக்ஷேபம் என்ன தெரியுமோ? டைம் பாஸ். Why they said time pass? After doing all our duties, stomach is full. What to do next? Some time pass. Therefore, Bhagavata irukare time pass na. Innu time pass ki ange ponom. Enna pannanona? It's not for time pass. Bhagavata Katha is not for time pass. It is to pass in the life exam. It's not for time pass, but listening to Bhagavata Katha, the glory of the Lord, all the glories, Kathas, stories of the Lord, to pass in my life exam. What is that life exam? Life exam is Janana Marana Samsara Chakra Pariksha. Now Pariksha time, no? Exams are going on. Board exams are going on. Namakku parikshada. To pass in my life exam, that is Janana Marana Samsara Chakra Vyadhi Bhayam Jara Bhayam Marana Bhayam Sarvam Bhayanvitam. I want to come out of this. But people are Bibhyati, they are afraid of this Samsara Chakra. If you listen Bhagavan's story and take every day, I cannot go to Ganga Swamini, what to do? Ordinary water itself is not available. Where is the question of Ganga? How can I go down? Whatever water available to you, that corporation water, dirty water, suppose. Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Buckete Kuruna. In this bucket of water, I can imagine this Ganga. Ganga means not only Haridwar, Rishikesh. Water is called Ganga. You can convert the corporation water or well water into Ganga by bhavana. Nikrishta vastuni corporation water madhye Nikrishta vastuni jale Utkrishta Ganga bhavana. Deepavali Ganga Snanam. இன்னைக்கு என்ன பண்ணிட்டான கங்கா ஸ்நானம். என்ன கங்கா ஸ்நானம்? கங்கா வாட்டரே இல்லையேன்னு. Ganga Snanam, we say that word because water is Ganga. Therefore, taking a bath with that bhavana as a purifier. Anushravam Shrutibhihi Angrijam Anga Sangaihi. The body, we make the body take bath and purify the body. Tirthadvayam. These two are like Tirthadvayam. Tirtha means water, pilgrimage, that which purifies you. Tirthadvayam. Suchishadaha. When this shakara, sakara comes, tough to pronounce for any language speaking people, especially Tamil speaking. All people there is a difficulty. Shakara, sakara. Shankarasha, Shanmukasha, Saraswati, Sa. All are coming one place. Shuchisha. That hakara becomes a sakara. Shuchishadastaha. Shuchi dharme sidati iti shuchishadaha. The people who want to lead a dharmic life. Shuchishadaha. Shuchishadaha means swashrama dharma marga sthitaha. Up to third line I explained in the last class. Now fourth line I have to explain. Okay? Oh Lord, your Katha Shravanam and your Padam, the water washed your feet and taking dip in that water purifies me. Who is that person? That person is one who is seeking the blessings of the Lord, who want to lead a dharmic life, who want to live in Swa Ashrama Dharma. They are called Suchishad. Upasprishanti. They dip In that they dip themselves. Upashravante. Physical body they clean by the bath, taking bath. Mala nirmochanam pumsam. Ganga snanam dine dine. Mala nirmochanam. Therefore, while taking bath, there is a suttam. Agha marshana sutram. Agham means papam. Marshana means remover. The papa remover is what? Water. While taking bath, we are supposed to chant that Aghamarshana Suktam. That removes papam. Mala nirmochanam pumsam ganga snanam dine dine. Therefore, take bath at least 2 times every day. 3 times we are eating. Some people take 2 days Guruvati bath. Not in South India, in Kashmir. Not for 1 week also they won't take bath. No sweating and children. We don't bother whether body sweats or not. But bath is a type of purificatory ritual. Therefore, we have to tell our children early morning first you wake up and take bath. What they won't do, that is the thing first of all. Up to 12 o'clock they never take bath. You go and see any house, they won't take bath. Bath itself is a purificatory ritual every day. Whatever ritual you are doing or not, but taking bath is must. We sannyasis have to take 3 times bath. 2 times minimum. Madras is water problem, Swamini. That is why some people just put this reason. Water problem. Nothing doing, you have to take bath. Tirtha dvayam suchishadaha. Suchishadahas te upasravanti upasprushanti. They dip their bodies, they purify their physical body and they purify their mind also by listening your stories. Mental purity and physical purity. With this, glory is over. Next shloka we will enter. Verse 20. Badarayani ruvacha ityabhishtuya vibhudhaihi sheshashyatadhrutir harim abhyabhashata govindam pranamyambaramashritah. One grammar point in previous shloka, Vibhyaha is there for grammar students. Vibhyaha means akarantaha. Here, Vibhya shabdaha, strilingaha, bahuvachanam. Like sadhu shabdavat. Sadhu, sadhvi, like that. Here also, it is visheshena bhavati iti vibhyaha. That which is powerful ityarthaha. Vibhi. Pronunciation itself is difficult. Vi, bha and va. Ikara. Vibhi. It's like sadhu, guru, gurvi, shabdavat. Sadhvi, gurvi. Vibhi, vibhyau, vibhyaha. Nadi shabdavat. Then one more word, avanejaha is there. Avanejaha means the water which has washed the feet of the Lord. That is called avanejaha, saritaha. Avanejaha, saritaha. 19th sloka, second line. Avanejaha, saritaha. Shamalani hantum. That is the Shamalam means the papam, that which removes the papa. So these are the 2 words I would like to give the meaning. Udavaha means a torrential stream. In the same sloka, first line, Udavaha is there. That is why where there is Niagara Falls. In Canada, one place is very popular called Toronto. Why it has got Toronto? I think maybe torrential water is there. It is heavy flow of water. Torrential stream is called Toronto. I think so. That's why they might have kept that name, Very highly forceful water stream. Like our Kutralam. Namakku Kutralam, Niagara Madri. Okay. Otherwise, many falls are there here. Therefore, Ganga stream, torrential water flow. Udavaha. Okay. Now come to this sloka. Badarayani Ruvacha. Now I am coming to normal our tune only. Okay. I am not going to that Bhagavata tune. In the tune, podu namak. Okay. Simple tune. Okay. Badarayanihi means Shuka Acharya. He is teaching Bhagavata story. He is telling Bhagavata story to Parikshit. So Shuka Uvacha. Badarayani means son of Vyasa. Badarayana is one of the name of Vyasa Bhagavan. So Vyasa Bhagavan's son is called Shuka Maharshi. So Shukacharya. Shuka Acharya said, Uvacha. What he said? At that time, hey Parikshit, what happened, What happened, that Brahmaji, all devatas came all the way to Lord Krishna. Having glorified Lord Krishna, then Brahmaji, who is Brahmaji here? Shatadhritihi. Shatadhriti is called Brahmaji. Shuka Maharshi is telling to Parikshit, hey Parikshit, at that time, that Brahmaji, Shuka Acharya is saying, Shatadhritihi Sheshaha Ishena Saha Seshaha. Lord Shiva also there, he also came along with all the devatas, Brahmaji. Therefore, Seshaha. Seshaha, how you split? Ishena Saha. Seshaha. Saha Ishaha. Then Vibhudhaihi, with all the devatas, Abhishtuya. Abhishtuya means stu dhatu. Abhi plus stu. Praising, glorifying. Then it becomes a shakara. Abhishtuya levantam avyayam. That means stutva. Having praised, having glorified. Iti, thus as said above. 13 slokas. 7 to 19, 13 slokas. Glorification, oh glorification. Iti abhishtuya. In this manner, having praised that Lord Harim, the Lord Krishna, who is none other than the Vishnu, Hari, who is in the Krishna form, praised by them, Abhyabhashata Govindam. Brahmaji said like this, Abhyabhashata, he asked Govindam, the Lord Harim, Govindam Abhyabhashata. Having praised the Lord, Govindam Pranamya, having done namaskara by verbally, physically, mentally, Pranamya, by staying where? Ambara Shritaha. In cinemas and all you have seen, all the devatas standing only in the sky. They won't come onto the ground. They are always above the earth. Have you seen some Pauranika pictures and all? Very nice movies. They are not coming nowadays. Nobody is taking those movies. People are all becoming irreligious, I think so. We love to see those pictures those days. Narayana, Narayana, that Narada comes from that clouds. And all these devatas also standing on the wire irukilliyo anga nippano and the madre. So ambaram and akasham. Ambarasritaha means taking their place in the sky and they are talking to Lord Krishna. Em keeda varakudadu. Their place is like that only. Okay. Ambarashritaha abhyabhashata. After pranamya. Adi mukyam. Okay. Before talking, you must do namaskara first. Pranamya abhyabhashata. Clear? After talking long time, then you should not do namaskara. First we have to wish, do namaskara, then talk. All rules and regulations we have to learn. Okay. Continuation. Brahmovache Bhumir Bharavataraye Pura Vignapitah Prabho Tvamasmabhirasheshatman Tattathaivopapadhitam. Then Shukacharya telling to Parikshit, hey Parikshit, what that Brahma and Shiva and Devatas having done namaskara, how they have started their sambhashanam, with dialogue with the Lord. Who is that Lord? Govinda. I want to give a few derivations to Govinda. Very nice word. Govinda people know there are. First meaning is Gam Vindati iti Govindaha. Gam Vindati. Gam means Bhumi, the earth. The one who protects the earth in his Varaha Avatara. Lord protected the earth when it is drowning. Bhagavan protected the Bhumi. Go means Bhumi, the earth, Mother Earth. Therefore, Bhagavan, the one who is the protector of earth, is called Govindaha. Protector of earth. Gam Vindati iti Govindaha. First meaning. Second meaning, Gam Vedam Vindati iti Govindaha. The protector of Vedas also. When the Vedas were taken into by that Rakshasa, one of the Rakshasa, down deep into waters, and Bhagavan went inside and brought the Vedas back. Do you know that story? I don't want to go into story. Story, kulla story. So Bhagavan is one who protected the Vedas, therefore he is known as Govindaha. Gam means Vedas. Go means Vedas, another meaning. Gam Vindati. Vedan Vindati. Vedam Vindati iti. Or Vedan Uddharate iti Govindaha. Gam Vedan Uddharate iti Govindaha. This is the second meaning. Third meaning is Gam Pashum Vindati iti Govindaha. The one who protects all the cows, cattle. That meaning we know. Govinda means the one who protects all the cattle, cows, all other cattle, who protected them. He is called Govindaha. Then fourth meaning is Gobhihi Shabda Pramanaihi Vindate Prapyate iti Govindaha. Gobhihi means Shabda Pramanaihi. Gobhihi, don't take any vegetable. Not that meaning here. Gobhihi means here Veda. Through Veda we come to know the Paramatma. Gobhihi Shabda Pramanaihi Vindate Prapyate. Gobhihi Veda Shabda Pramanaihi Vindate Prapyate. The one who is discovered through Veda is called Govindaha. Versatile name. நம்ம பேர் இருக்கு என்ன, இது ஒரு மீனிங் தான் வரும், ரெண்டாவது மீனிங் வராது. பகவான் பேர் பாருங்க, how many meanings are coming now. Okay, that's why he is called Bhagavan. Okay, Govindaha. The people who are keeping Govinda name should know all these things. Govinda. Okay, now look into the 21st verse. Brahma uvacha. What Brahma said or Brahmaji asked on behalf of all of them. All will not open their mouth and talk as a representative. Brahmaji is the representative for all Shiva and other devatas. Brahmaji is talking or asking, Hey Prabhu, addressing the Bhagavan by name Prabhu. Prakarshena bhavati iti Prabhu. Hey Prabhu, the one who manifests in manifold ways, the master. Prabhu, second line you see, Asesha Atman, another addressing the Lord, another way. Asesha Atman, you are in the form of Atma in the entire universe. Asesha Atman, you are there, Atma Swarupam in everyone. Hey Prabhu, Asesha Atman. Having addressed that way, now he says, Bhumehe Bhara Avataraya, to remove the bharam from this earth. Bhumehe Bhara Avataraya, to remove the bhara burden on this earth. What we have asked you previously, we have requested you. Pura Vijnapitaha, you are requested by us to remove the burden on this earth, to remove the bhara on this earth. You are requested by us to take the avatara. Tvam asmabhihi vijnapitaha. Tvam asmabhihi, you are requested by us. You are learning grammar or hearing Bhagavatam? Rendu venum. Okay. Tvam asmabhihi vijnapitaha. You are requested by us. For what? Bhumehe bhara avataraya. To remove the burden of this earth, you are requested by us. When? Pura. Pura means what? 125 years back. He is going to give the date of birth. Pura, long ago. Tattadhaiva upapaditam. You have accomplished that. Tat tatha eva upapaditam. You have accomplished that. What? Bhumi bhara you have removed. We have asked you to come to remove the bhara of this earth. You are requested by us. You have come and you have done your job. That is over. That is over. What the job you have done, I will remind you. He is reminding Lord Krishna. The job, for what purpose we have asked you to take avatara, you have accomplished that. Next shloka. Dharmascha sthapitat satsu satya sandheshu vaitvayam kirtischa dikshu vikshiptam sarvalokamalapaham tvaya satsu satya sandheshu dharmascha sthapitaha. As per our request, you have come down all the way, taken the avatara, and at that avatara time, you made those sadhus, satsu, satya sandheshu. Satsu means sadhu people, noble people. In those noble people, what are they now? What is their nature? Satya sandheshu. Satya sandhaha means those who are committed to dharma. Satya sandheshu. Satye sandha nishtha yasya saha. Teshu. Satya sandheshu. Satyasandheshu dharmaha cha sthapita. You have established dharma, Vaidika dharma marga. Sthapitaha means promoted. You have promoted. They say avatara is not only to kill Rakshasas. What we think, Rama born to kill Ravana, Krishna born to kill Kamsa, Sisubala. Like that we think. The sloka beautifully says, Martyavatara kalu martya sikshanam rakshobadhayaiva na kevalam vibhoho. The Lord has taken human form is not just merely to destroy the Rakshasas. Then what for this avatar? Not only for destroying the Rakshasas, what else is there for him to do? He has to live like an ordinary human being and teach to the humanity how to live. Kruto kutonyatha drumatas atmani Sita kritani vyasanani ishwarasya. Rama also same like human being, married to Sita. Sita was taken away hijacked by Ravana, and Rama was searching for Sita, and Rama also is crying, and every abharanam of Sita he is seeing like ordinary husband. He behaved like that, and he showed that dharma. Ramo vigrahavan dharma. He lived and showed. That is also the purpose of avatara. It is not just for killing the Rakshasas. That is the meaning of that sloka. Dharmaha cha sthapitaha satsu sadhushu satya sandheshu. The people who follow dharma, who are committed to satya vratam and dharma, you have propagated dharma in them by your life living. Not only that, kirtihi cha dikshuhu vikshipta. Your name and fame also pervading all over. Vikshipta means pervading. Vyapta, vyapita. Because of your kirti, that is why Rama is exemplary to many, many later heroes. Krishna alone is the great hero of many people. Those days, not now. Heroes are different. Nowadays, cricket player is the hero, cinema actor is the hero, but not Krishna and Rama. People, youngsters, they are slowly going out of religion. If you are a religious person, you people degrade you as though they feel you are degraded by them. Therefore, don't wear vibhuti when you are going out. Veetla vechukko, velila pogumbodhu appade thodachittu ponum. Enna people put a label on you. Achi pichu nu solluva. If you put vibhuti. And girls also bindi, kunkuma or bindi, they don't want to wear. You have to search. In the bhoota kannadi vechindi bindi irka illaya ani. Adi veetla party irundha veppan. Illana adi kuda vechukka maataan. So they won't keep even bindi. See, college going girls or even the ladies who are working in the offices, they don't wear red bindi, kunkuma or tilakam and all. The fashion of the day. Once I wear jeans and bobbed hair, cutting hair, how can I wear bindi? It is not fashion. Therefore, வீட்டில் மாமியார் இருப்பான், என்ன பண்ணுறதுன்னு அந்த அம்மாக்காக கொஞ்சம் அந்த ஒரு பின் மாதிரி இங்கே வச்சிருவான். இது என்ன, they think if they are behaving like that, they wear like that costumes, they are in a modern world, they can get on with the world. It is not get on. You are just killing your personality. You are killing yourself. Why you have to behave for somebody's sake? You are not dressing up, you are not putting bindi or flowers or anything, not for somebody else. It's my culture. Wearing bindi, wearing chandan, wearing flowers, wearing ornaments, wearing sari is my culture. I am proud of my culture. Foreigners are coming and wearing kunkuma. Long way. How do I know? Whenever ship comes from America, 6 months they are on tour. The ship will here on 5 days in Chennai and the port. 5 days. First, what they do? When they come, first we put kumkum for them. They love to wear that kumkuma, and they love to wear flowers. And they go to Woodlands Hotel. Some of our people go and teach how to wear sari. They want to wear sari. They want to wear that Mardani. A group of people go and put Mardani for them. They love. But our people, முடியே இருக்காது, ஃப்ளவர் எங்க வச்சுக்க முடியும்? பாயா கேர்ள தெரியாது பின்னாடி நின்று பார்த்தா. But they put a ponytail and put flowers. And you go and see the Krishna conscious centers. அது பார்க்கறதுக்கு போலாம். ஓகே, அங்க எல்லா ஃபாரினர்ஸ், everyone wear saree, everyone wear chandan, kumkum, vibhuti, and they not vibhuti because they are Krishna bhaktas. They wear only that tulsi mala, wear tulsi mala, and a lot of Krishna's connected ornaments they wear. All are foreigners. Ennachu? They have to come and show you your. That's why Bhagavan come all the way, live and show the way. Hey Bhagavan, you did that because of your kirti. You have done that. Sarva loka malapaha. By your name and fame and your greatness, you have removed the papam sarva loka mala apaha. You are the destroyer of the impurities of the all 14 lokas of all people. Sarva loka, 14 lokas are purified by your greatness, your name, your fame, by your avatara. Such you, Bhagavan, I am requesting you, come back. That's what he is going to say later. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.